Well, hello everybody and welcome to this tutorial about how you use Google Sites. Google Sites is a brilliant way to create your own website really quickly and really easily. And if you're one of our Year 4s going through transition to Year 5, coming to us in September, we've asked you if you will create your own Google site to tell us all about you. So without further ado, the first thing you need to do is get logged into your Google account. As you can see, I'm logged into mine here. Now, if you're still not quite sure how to do that, there are other tutorials on our YouTube channel, GCMS TV. Just go to YouTube, search GCMS TV, and you will find us there. You will have received your Google email and your Google password, and with that you can sign into your account. So once you're signed in, you're on this page here. We are looking for the waffle. That's where all our Google apps are, and the Google app that we want is Sites. So I'm going to click on that. And the first time you log in, it might ask you a couple of little questions. They're fairly obvious and simple to answer because it's the first time that you've used it, and usually all you have to click is got it. That's all you need to do. So I have got some ones that I've created myself here. However, I'm going to create a blank new one so you can see how it all works. Okay, so the layout of things is very, very simple, but as with any document we create, the very first thing we need to do is give our document a name. So up here in the top left-hand corner, I double click, highlight it, and I'm going to say Mr. L's About Me. That's what I'm going to call it. Because my website's going to be about me, I'm going to create my own one as well so that you can see it. So I'm just going to give the page the same title, About Me. You can mess around with what the header looks like. You can put a different image in, you can change the type of header, but I'll let you play with that rather than you talk to me. I can obviously change the fonts, I can change the way it's all laid out, and so on. And all of it is very, very straightforward and simple to use. The really key bit is over here on the right-hand side. Now there's three menus: Insert, Pages, and Themes. And I can choose a theme that I like. I think I'm just going to change the color to purple because I quite like purple. But you know, you can really fill your boots here and change the type of font and things like that. I quite like that. And there's lots of other different things that you can change about it. Pages we'll come back to in a second. Now the insert menu is where you put what you want. If you just want to stick a plain old text box in and type, you can. If you want to insert some images, you can. However, what you will probably need to do is upload those images. Okay, so the select button, that just brings up a window like this where I can search by maybe a web address that I've got, or I can do a Google image search. Now, because I like Pokemon Go, I'm going to have a little bit of a search for Pokemon, and I'll go Pokemon characters, and straight away I can find some nice pictures that I could insert. So I click on the one that I want, and I then click insert. And here it goes, it's having a think, and there is my little image of Eevee. Now, there are other things I can do. I can embed a web address. If you know what you're doing and you like your computers, you can be a little bit of a whiz with that, but we certainly don't expect it. Or if I've got any documents saved in my Google Drive. Now, my Google Drive, if we just whiz back, I can access my Google Drive from the waffle, and it's where you can save all of your bits and pieces online, and you can access it anywhere at all. So I'm going to get rid of Eevee because I don't really want that layout, and I'm going to choose a different layout. Now here we go. I'm going to pick this one, a photograph with some writing. I could do 2, 3, all sorts of different layouts, but I'm going to choose that one. And in a similar sort of way, I'm going to choose an image. I'll go to Google search. I'm going to be a bit more specific here, and I'm going to say Pokemon Go, because that's what I like to do. And here we go. There's a nice little Pokemon Go picture there. So I will select that one and I will insert it. And I can put a little title in. And I maybe write a little bit underneath. I love to play Pokemon Go I am level 41. Now you can see I've got a red wiggly line here. That means there's a spelling mistake, so I can check that out. And there we go. It's even put the little accent on Pokemon. So there we are. I've started to construct my website. Now, because you'll have lots of different interests and there'll be lots of things to tell us, you can create lots of different pages. So at the minute, this is my home page. So this isn't really a great place here. And if I wanted to rename this about Pokemon Go, or I wanted to duplicate it, what have you, or if I wanted to add a little page underneath the subpage, I just click on the little dots there and that will create for me. So I'm going to create a completely new page and I'm going to call it Food. Because as you know from my video, my favorite food is sushi, and I would maybe then insert some more pictures or some more bits and pieces. Now if I scroll down, you'll see there's various other things that I can put in. I can put in an image carousel, so you can put some pictures in. I can put a button that might hyperlink somewhere else. I could insert something from YouTube if there's some YouTube videos that you really do like. But again, remember, we want to be safe online, so make sure they're suitable to watch. And then I can, if I want to, insert some documents that I might have created, a Google Doc, a Google Slide, a Google Sheet, a Google Form, or a Google Chart. But we'll not worry about those too much now. We want your pages to tell us all about you. Now, a couple of other things that are really handy. Just here we've got the undo and the redo. So if I click undo, it takes that page away that I just inserted. If I click redo, it puts it back. I've got the preview button here, which I really like. It shows you what your website would look to somebody having a look at it for real. You can look at it as it would be on a computer, what it would look like on a tablet, and what it would look like on a mobile phone. And when you're finished, you just exit. I can share my work with other people. If you have a Goss Central account, which you all do now, you can share this with anybody within what's called our organization. Now, you don't need to worry about how safe and secure your website is, because when you publish your website, the only people that can look at it are anybody within our school organization, no one else. We'll not worry too much about the settings. Wherever we see the cog, that's where the settings are, but we'll not worry about that one too much. And then there's the more menu here, where you can have a little look at some various other things. But again, for your purposes at the minute, you probably won't need this. Now, in order for your website to be viewable, for us to look at it in its proper fashion, you're going to need to click on the Publish button. And the first time you do this, it will ask you if you want to rename it. Now, if you have a little look at this, mine is Mr. L's About Me, and it looks a bit funny, that, doesn't it? So I'm just going to change that so it's just Mr. L. And then click Publish. And it'll think a little bit, and my site has been published successfully. Now you'll notice the Publish button's got a little drop down on it there. And if I click on that drop down and I go to View Published Sites, it will take me to my live site. There we go. It's a bit boring. Not much on it at the moment, okay? But obviously with a bit of time and a bit of inclination, you can build it up to look like something that's really good. Just going to close that up to put it out of the way. Now, computers, you have to remember, aren't necessarily the cleverest things in the world. If I want to see any changes that I make, when I'm working in the editor, everything automatically saves for me. I don't need to worry about clicking a save button. However, it does not automatically publish. So if I want to publish any changes, 3 guesses what I've got to do. You got it. I've got to click Publish. And then it will automatically directly update onto my new website. Now, what would be really good is that you share any of your work with us as soon as you can. And there's a number of ways that we can do that. However, I'm not going to go into that in today's video. We will tell you how you can share. One very simple way is to click on the Share with Others, and you can then add the email of the person that you want to receive it. Now, in my case, that's admin@gosscentral.co.uk. I'm admin because I set up everything to do with Google. But for your teacher, it would be nice and simple. firstname.secondname@gosscentral.co.uk. So for instance, Mrs. Proudlock would be lisa.proudlock@gosscentral.co.uk. Now you don't need to worry if you can't remember that, because you can easily find your teacher's email address when you go into your Google Classroom Pastoral Care class. So there we go. You can create a link that you could share with other people. But remember, the only people that will be able to see your website are anybody with a Google account in our schools. So you're perfectly safe. Hope this has been a helpful little video, and we really look forward to seeing what you can produce using Google Sites.